Hey,
what up,
we
Arsenal fam? We are here. We made it. Arsenal time.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. We'll call it Chad time.
That is correct.
Arsenal time.
We got some fun stuff
4:10.
today.
We do. This should be good times.
Yeah,
I'm excited. We got the crew back here with us.
it's helped to have like some extra input, like when we're coming up with like what we're doing and.
Yeah, let's be honest. We were fresh out of creativity.
That
was it. We were done.
It was, we were hitting the bottom of the barrel.
Out. What's up? Who's on here today? Who we got?
Oh, Jose Anirud.
Hair and makeup. That's it, man. I was trying to get my hair done.
You can tell, right?
Get my hair did. Yeah.
Are you saying we look good?
Hey, thanks, Jose. Appreciate you.
Oh, man, yeah.
You got that. We got Anirud.
Anirud's
on. I see Matt on here. Ginger Kai. Do you know Ginger? I don't know Ginger.
I don't think so.
Ginger, is this your first time on the chat? Welcome to the chat. Got DeMarcus on here. Myra. Caleb Jernigan says, yo. I feel like I can see Caleb through the monitor. He's sitting right in front of me. Who else?
Caleb is our video producer.
Caleb is, the chat video producer. We got DeMarcus running audio today. Do you call that an audio producer? What do you?
Sure. Yeah.
What do you call that?
I mean, he's.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, he's producing. Sure.
Producing. He's on it. So we got some fun stuff today. And do
we want to do this first?
I think so. Right? Like.
Yeah. So it's been a little while, but Jose brought something up a while back because as always, the chat is brought to you by Dr. Pepper.
Is it gonna? It probably won't.
I don't think it will. It's catching our faces.
Are here.
It wants our faces.
It wants the prettiness.
Yep. They do that, all that hair and makeup.
Yeah, all that hair and makeup.
We didn't waste time putting this together for nothing.
That's right.
So what Jose had brought up is that there is an alternative to Dr. Pepper, and that is if you take
fake news,
Topo Chico, and some black cherry Mio. Supposedly it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Supposedly is the key here. I'm going to go with supposedly tastes like Dr. Pepper.
We've not tried it yet.
We have not.
We've not tried it.
It's not something that I would have gone, oh man, I forgot to open these. Uh-oh.
Do you want to go off camera to do that real quick?
There you go. Keep it on Rob for a second.
So should I tell them what's happening right now?
No, they don't need to know this.
I think they can see a little bit.
That's right. You know what? Hang on. I got it. Okay, we're good now. You can go back.
Oh, this is bad.
We're good.
The only bottle opener...
I mean, because what do you need a bottle opener at church? No, but
I mean, if we're stocking, it depends on how this goes.
My Vans belt
is a bottle opener.
It's a bottle opener.
Man,
yeah, it's good times.
Yeah.
Hey, over on YouTube, we got some folks too. It looks like Anirud is doubling up again to see if he can win if something happens. Here's my belt.
I don't know. Jose's now he's like, oh, with the ratio's critical.
We got to figure out the ratio.
So obviously, if we don't like it, it's the ratio, right?
So we got Jaden's on. What's up, Jaden? Jaden Beluga Whale is on. Ada is on YouTube as well. Ada, you're about to get. I think. Let me see. I think I can put you in timeout on YouTube. Put user in timeout. Ada said Pepto-Bismol tastes like Dr. Pepper.
No.
Ada. Here, I know you just moved to Texas from California, so I'm just going to give you a little heads up. You don't talk bad about Dr. Pepper, and you don't talk bad about Whataburger. Monty broke that rule last week, and we don't need another broken rule this week. So those just
timeout.
Just or HEB probably.
What's up, Matt?
HEB's probably in there. So. And especially Dr. Pepper, because I'm a big Dr. Pepper fan.
Chad's a very big Dr. Pepper.
Jose,
tell us about ratio.
What do we do? Should I Google this?
I mean, on the bottle it says 1 squeeze
Topo Chico
per 8
and
fluid ounces
what's
of
that stuff
serving.
called?
Mio.
Mio.
This is a whole thing, though, I learned as I was like Googling this
Mio
to make
Dr.
sure I got
Pepper.
it right.
All right. Healthy Dr. Peppers. Healthy is what they're calling it. Healthy Dr. Pepper.
Well, I mean, you got your B vitamins in this Mio. It's basically an energy drink additive sort of thing.
Oh, hold up. This is a hashtag on TikTok. Should we
It
be doing
is.
this on TikTok? Is TikTok going to be around much longer? I don't know.
TikTok may not, but the chat will be.
The chat will be.
So let's keep it right here.
I'm looking ratio. Recipe. Here we go. Topo Chico Dr. Pepper recipe. Here it is. Topo Chico even has it on their
Oh, for real?
website. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's not the one.
They have more ingredients.
No,
have
that's a different one.
Oh, Topo Chico has tons of recipes on their website.
That wasn't. None of those are it.
None of those are Dr. Pepper. Let's just do this thing, man. Let's
All right,
just squeeze.
we're just
some
gonna
of this
go in.
Yeah, I mean, it says
This Pinterest one says Topo Chico and Mio Black Cherry does not taste
not.
like Dr. Pepper, and I'm probably gonna agree with that person, Pinterest person.
You know, my mind is wide open here. Like I hope it works.
We'll see. I do need to start drinking healthier because I've gained a little bit of weight, just a little bit.
Yeah, me too, a little
bit of weight.
I think we're.
All right, let's try this then.
Let's do it.
I don't see any. I don't see any. Did
I'm gonna go.
Did
for,
Jose tell us a ratio? Just a heavy squirt.
just like for a whole bottle?
Like,
looking for deeper color rather than light pink shade.
all right, so we're gonna try this. So we got Topo Chico going in.
Got the Topo.
All right, there's the Topo.
Here's the Mio.
You're going. Do we need to mix it? Do we need something to mix it with?
I think it just kind of mixes itself, doesn't
Hey
it?
Jackson, will you grab in the kitchen? There's like a plastic knife. I don't know. It's in one of the drawers that pulls out.
So if I'm not squeezing into an entire bottle, maybe just like a regular squirt, not so much a heavy squirt because we're
clear
not.
my palate with some Topo Chico.
So what is it? We are
A
on-
heavy
it's
squirt, he said.
a deeper color. You want that deep color?
Deep color.
Maybe a little more than that then.
Yeah, probably deeper.
I mean, that's a little deep.
That looks like a watered down. Here we go. There, if you want to mix it. All right.
Stir this up a little. Just.
All right, the Mio's going in.
I'll see. It already smells like cherry to me. It smells good.
It does smell pretty good. Okay.
Are we ready? It's a pretty deep color.
Oh, no. Mine looks darker.
Yours does look. Maybe I should add a little to mine.
Oh, here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. Wait.
Cheers.
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 Do you not know how to cheers? What's going on here? What? You were like, cheers. Like, give me.
That was a cheers to them.
Oh, to them. I got
To
you.
them. Cheers.
To me.
Cheers to you.
Not them. To me. It's
This guy.
all right. Cheers. Here we go.
It's pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. I would drink that. Yeah. I would. I think mine needs a little Topo.
I do get that. It is like that cherry Dr. Pepper kind of
Cherry. I could see cherry Dr.
Cherry
Pepper.
Dr.
It doesn't. It doesn't have the kick of Dr. Pepper, but
That's pretty good.
bro, I would drink it.
Yeah.
This may be my drink. How much is a Mio thing? Makes 8 floral ounces. Floral? Floral.
Floral ounces.
Fluid ounces. 0 cal. You know what? This may save us some calories.
This may be the thing that has us looking.
It doesn't replace Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna be like, it. You're right, Jose. It tastes like a watered down kind of like Dr. Pepper that's had ice in it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
melted.
Yeah.
but it's drinkable. I would.
It's pretty good.
I would definitely. All right.
I like that.
All right. I'll give that one. I don't know. As far as like alternatives to Dr. Pepper,
How are we rating these? A star system?
no,
No.
no.
Out of 10.
I would give this out of 5. I would give it a 4 Dr. Peppers.
That's a pretty 4 Dr. Peppers is pretty solid.
Yeah,
Because
it's
5
good.
Dr. Peppers is Dr. Pepper.
Right. I it's up there. I think it's a good one. I would drink that. Now this next one,
We have another Dr. Pepper alternative.
this next one, you already tried to kill me with it one time. But
You-
we'll try it.
When you drank it the first time, you liked it. You're like, I like this.
I don't think I did.
Then
I was
you
probably just
lied.
being nice.
You don't have to be. Well, don't be nice because I bought another one.
All right. The next healthy. Tell us about the next healthy Dr. Pepper alternative.
The next healthy Dr. Pepper alternative is live kombucha. Doctor. There's a whole story about this.
Dr. Kombucha.
How this guy's dad.
Rob, how many
drinking.
points did you give Topo Mio?
On the Dr. Pepper scale, I'm going to go 3 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, I almost did that. I felt like Leo never gives 3 so.
He did. I did see him give 3 to Delirious.
Oh no.
I know that broke some people's hearts. So the next one, kombucha Dr. Kombucha.
Dr. Kombucha.
And I really like this one. And
I'm gonna be honest. I don't typically like my drinks to be live. Like I don't. What does that mean? What does live mean?
It means it has probiotics, like yogurt.
Yeah, that's right. They have.
It's good for you. See, this is like.
I
good
know
for
kombucha is like this is where I step in and say I'm not a hipster.
Yeah, I don't like.
As much as like Brittany and
Yeah.
Maudie and people try to call me hipster. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't like most kombucha because it has like a almost like vinegary taste to me. You know.
Yeah.
This one does not.
All right.
This one I really like. So you get your probiotics, and it has a good taste. I could see replacing soda with this for me,
Okay. I'm gonna try it. So here.
except for how much it costs.
You can't really. That's about where it'll zoom in on it or what it'll focus. But
I couldn't afford.
live kombucha, Dr. Kombucha. This is another healthy alternative to Dr. Pepper. Here you go. Live. No, you're good. Live kombucha. So while we're drinking this and trying it, do you have anything that you love that you've tried to find a healthy alternative for? I know it's not one of our questions, but do you have anything that you like? You just love this and you've tried a healthy alternative.
Yeah. Maybe you're vegan and you have I have a vegan friend who like loves this nacho cheese that they make. And it's like vegan nacho cheese.
Yeah.
And he like makes it all the time, puts it on everything.
I did find out not too long ago that being vegan does not necessarily mean healthy.
Right.
Like there's
Yeah.
like you can eat some stuff.
Yeah.
Being vegan.
All right, let's do this.
All right, here we go. Oh wait, I didn't open mine. You've had.
I forgot
this.
to give you cheers.
Again.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Hey,
Clink.
this one clinks. Cheers. Live kombucha. You're drinking one too, Jackson? Like you're just sitting there drinking it. Like you like this stuff. Here we go. Yeah, no. I mean, I like it's not something that I would just like I'll never drink. Like I'll drink one. That definitely tastes like a super watered down Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, this is like if you want something really light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's light. It's fizzy. I like the flavor.
I mean, I would go Topo over Mio or Topo and Mio over this.
I like
sure.
the flavor of Topo.
Yeah. Is this
Topo
healthier
Mio.
for me? Is this like, what's this gonna do for me? What?
It's going to help your digestive system,
Oh, I probably need that.
which helps your body just operate right. Probiotics have many positive health benefits.
See, I'm not a. It's non-GMO. I hear that's a good thing.
Sure.
But
this is more, Mio is more like if you want to turn your Topo into an energy drink, that's what we just did.
Hey, wait a minute. This right here says, due to natural fermentation, This product may contain a trace amount of alcohol. Bro, we can't be drinking on the job. Like, why are you bringing alcohol in here and trying?
How many kombuchas do I have to drink?
I think a lot. It says it may contain it, and
May
it's
contain
like
trace.
less than 0.5%.
Yeah. Well, that's like when people say like when you cook with alcohol and they're like, oh, it's all cooked out. It does not. All the alcohol does
No,
not
there's still
cook out of
some.
your food.
I gotcha.
Similar.
It's all right.
But,
It's okay.
I mean, I guess it's different, but
Oh, geez.
But here's the key here. Like, this is 0 sugar, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the flavor's pretty good for 0 sugar. This is 80% less sugar than soda. So both of these automatically are doing what we set out to do and cutting sugar.
Right.
I think that's the big thing. Right?
Yeah, because, I mean, if you look at Dr. Pepper, there's 150 calories in a can of Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
There's 35 in the kombucha. And there's 0 in this, right?
Yeah.
0 calories in the Mio Topo mixture.
Yeah.
And if you look at sugar, there's 8 grams of sugar in the kombucha. We don't even want to talk about the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper has 39 grams, 40 grams of sugar.
Yeah, it's a lot of sugar.
40 grams of sugar as opposed to 8 grams of sugar.
You know,
And then
this,
0 grams in the Mio, right? The Mio's got no sugar?
no sugar.
Bro, this is it.
There you go.
Like, I mean, it doesn't have the live things to swim around in my stomach, but how much is a kombucha?
$2.
$2.
$2 for that. Although right now at HEB, they're buy 2, get 1 free with the coupon.
So that's $6.
That's why we
Divide
have
that by
3 of them here right now.
I got you. That's still, wait. Buy 2, get 1 free, you said?
Uh-huh.
So 4 for 3. How much is that per? $1.75?
3 for $4.
$1. Somebody help me out here. $1.50. I don't know. Anyway. $1.33. So I think like the Mio Topo, like, let's just go buy a case of Topos and a case of these things. They're still probably more expensive. I mean, they're way more expensive than Dr. Pepper, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I can buy 3 12-packs of Dr. Pepper for $9 at...
Yeah, like a 12-pack of Topo is like $9.
See,
That's
I
where
don't
we're
know, guys.
and
I don't know.
that's
Trying
my
to be healthy
struggle.
is always more expensive.
That's my struggle with this is that, I mean, we could go with like a different, like mineral water, right?
Yeah.
Than Topo, like, because...
Why would we do that?
Because it's cheaper. That we just talked about that.
Marty is throwing up. Why are you throwing
Kombucha.
up? The kombucha, I think. It's not bad. I'll bring some home for you. You can try it.
So Jose was saying, what is our top 3 generic brand DPs? So I think we're going to save that.
We're
going
to save that. We actually talked about maybe doing that for this chat, but I think we're going to save that for another chat, and we'll do some generic.
And Gavin wants to know where you got that hat.
This Spurs hat actually is a Bear Goods. Bear Goods here in San Antonio. Bear Bexar. Bear, like the county. Bear Goods. They did a deal with Spurs, and this is one of the hats they did.
You know what?
I'm reading through this. Anirudh said, "Am I watching Master Chef?" Basically, Master Drinkers. That's probably not it either.
I know. Let's not.
Wait,
You know what? But you don't get this with Dr. Pepper.
Live what you love. I like that.
Live kombucha gives you inspiring messages inside the bottle cap. Live what you love.
What else we got? So Myra said kombucha is pretty gross. That's coming from someone who likes about everything.
This doesn't. I will say, like, if you like the idea,
sounds like the ticket to a night in the can is what Jose said. It's not bad.
no, it's good.
Yeah.
If you like the idea of the health benefits of kombucha, but you do not like the taste of kombucha, this is it.
That's it. Yeah.
This is it. Because it's
good.
not.
Like, it's good. I would drink it.
It doesn't have that weird sour taste that other kombuchas have.
Myra said one of her alternatives was she did oat milk hot chocolate. Oat milk hot chocolate rather than, I'm guessing, regular cow milk. I like oat milk. I drink oat milk in my cappuccinos every day.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of oat milk.
Oat milk's pretty good.
Sandra, when I took a drink of the kombucha, I think she said, your face said it all.
Yeah. You were not impressed.
Yeah.
It was clear.
Jose, I'm just out here giving y'all content. For real, I'm down for it.
That's it. We appreciate it.
Gavin said, I'll see you in a few. I'll drink that Dr. Pepper. Actually, he said Dr. Petter. I don't know what that is, but
are we already getting no, Gavin, the off brands are in a couple weeks.
Ada said that Pepsi is the nectar of the gods.
I don't know about that.
Pepsi doesn't get that title. Dr. Pepper has owned that title for quite a while.
So we do have a couple more in weeks to come. We're going to do generic brand Dr.
She also
Peppers.
said that it may make me poop emoji when I was drinking the kombucha.
Yeah.
And Chad takes another sip.
It's better with Dr. Petter. This guy.
Jackson Gay said, just found out you'd have to drink about 8 kombuchas to get the effects of one beer. And I'm going to go ahead and say that after 8 kombuchas, you probably will feel a lot worse than one beer. That would be rough.
You're going to have also other effects also. Did you see that, Jose?
Leonardo hopped on. What's up, Leo?
Leo.
He said, didn't know this was on right now. He's about to premiere a video, but he'll be back. Sweet. Go premiere that video. Yeah. What else? Fun times. So what do we do with these Dr. Peppers? Are we going to drink them too? Or
I will drink. Feel free to crack open that Dr. Pepper.
I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna
stick with the Mio.
I'm gonna stick with the Mio. Jose, you may have saved my life. I was probably heading down the path of a heart attack soon.
Marty says if we just drink water, this wouldn't be an issue.
Hey, Marty.
But here's the
thing. We don't need that negativity.
I have this conversation often. Water is not a drink. Water is what you make drinks out of.
Oh, that's a good point. I like this.
It's the main ingredient. Yeah. And I mean, technically, we are drinking a lot of water here because it's the number one ingredient in all of these, even the For Real Dr. Pepper.
I like your logic.
I'm with you on the logic. It's airtight.
That's good stuff. Look at that. Boom. Topo, Mio for the win. Jose, appreciate you. Where do I get Mio energy? Where's it?
HEB.
Okay, cool. Of course. Why would I even ask? Marty, I mean, you should be happy that I found a Dr. Pepper alternative. I think this is good.
What do you...
Jose's comment.
Yeah, I was gonna just let people read that.
Yeah. Oh man. Sandra said when Casey was little, we played Fear Factor and made drunk tap water. He was what is drunk tap water?
I think made him drink.
Oh, made him drink tap water. He was gagging. And to think we drank from the hose.
The hose
right?
was
yeah,
like
the hose was the best.
That was my primary
Except
source.
for right when you turned it on, you had to watch out because there's that hot water coming out and it would get you. But yeah, we drank from the hose all the time.
That was my primary source of hydration.
Yeah.
Water hose.
Yeah, for sure. Myra said not y'all too. I'm guessing she's saying that about the Topo Mio.
Yeah.
Jose, is that like your thing? Is that your deal? Are you doing the kombucha? That was your...
I do like this, the kombucha. It has a lightness to it that I enjoy.
Too light. It's too light. I'm not down for it. All right. Hey, let us know in the comments if you guys like this little segment. We're going to work on it. I think we can do some cool stuff here, but I liked that we weren't just talking about it like we did food last week, but we were actually like...
Yeah.
We were in it.
Yeah.
We were doing it. We got some more ideas, but
Jose says not drinking water ever is my thing.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Jose. Myra said about not drinking water because all sweetened drinks have water. This is true.
So we are drinking water.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Mm-hmm. And I am technically. I mean, Topo Chico is
It's water.
mineral water.
It's water.
Yeah, like that's.
Let's move on to the next segment here.
All right.
We're already 35 minutes in.
Holy moly. Well, we were 10 minutes late. All right, so let's go into question number 1. Caleb. Hey, does Caleb have a mic today? Caleb. Caleb's on a mic. Caleb, can you tell us what question number 1 is, sir?
If you had a boat, what would you name it and why?
If you had a boat, what would you name it and why?
I think you have a name. I didn't even think of a name. You have a name already.
I mean, I have one from. I don't know. Remember if we talked about this on the chat or if we were just in the office talking about it. But when I lived in California, our church would go fishing all the time.
I have to stop you. Sandra just said this segment was better than Good Mythical Morning.
Yes.
Yeah,
we did it. Thank you, Sandra. Made our day.
Shout out to Good Mythical Morning. Sorry
Made our
to
day.
take the crown from you. Man, I wish we had the followers of Good Mythical Morning.
right.
Anyway, all right.
Okay, so when I lived in California, our church would go deep sea fishing all the time. Mm-hmm. And now, remember, my dad was the pastor, and he's a very conservative person. Like, you don't really talk about embarrassing things or there's touchy subjects, and we don't say those things, But the boat that we would always take, that we would go on all these fishing, people from the church, the kids, the parents, it would be a church family fishing trip. And the boat that we went on was called the Happy Hooker.
Oh,
for real.
What did your dad think?
I don't know.
Did you ever point it out to him?
Oh, he knew.
Okay.
He thought it, I think for him, the guy was such a good boat captain, and he did such a good job of leading the fit. Like, he always knew where to go. His crew was real good with people, and so he's like, it is what it is. Like, they're doing a good job, so we're going fishing on the Happy Hooker. And the one time we went on a trip because we had too many people for the Happy Hooker, we went on another boat called the Cobra, and everybody got sick, and it was the worst trip. It's like the Cobra trip. It just ruined it for everybody. And so back to the Happy Hooker.
Yeah. So is that what are you going to name your boat?
I don't know. But Jose has a name.
You got to pick your name.
Seize the Moment, like SEAS. Seize the Moment.
Very clever, Jose.
Nice. Jose's always
Very
got
clever.
something.
Always
clever.
something.
What's up, Daisy?
Daisy just hopped on. Daisy, welcome to the chat. You missed our Dr. Pepper alternative. You'll have to scroll back for that one. But we're asking the question, if you had a boat, what would you name it? Put your name in the comments. Man, what would I name my boat? I don't know.
You would have to do something with Baloo.
Yeah, that's it. Like we call our, if I hashtag stuff with the family and things, we call it the Baloo Crew.
Yeah. Something along those lines for the boat.
Oh, maybe the Baloo Cruiser. Crew, CREW, Zer.
Ah, yeah.
Baloo Cruiser.
Or you're always calling, every time you talk about Jaden, you say beluga whale.
Yeah.
You could call it the beluga whale.
The beluga.
Beluga.
Yeah. It's just not as clever as Happy Hooker.
Yeah. And that's why, Caleb would call his boat Journey. Caleb Jernigan. Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. That's solid. On here it says Titanic.
Titanic. Can you name your boat Titanic? Do you have to rent? I don't know. I've never had a boat.
Is there an approval process?
Do you have to submit your boat name, or is it just you just pick a boat name and you go with it, or have you ever had a boat?
No.
I've never had a boat.
No.
Anybody know? Do you have to submit your boat name?
Hey, Reward just hopped on.
Reward's rich. Do you have to submit your boat name if you have a boat? Who are the authorities that say you can, who are the authorities that tell you what you can name your boat or not?
Is there an approval process for boat names?
If you had a boat, what would you name it? That's the question. Anirudh said Titanic, which I love that one. Caleb said Journey. Journey. I like it. Jose, Seize the Moment. Rob would name his Happy Hooker too. And I guess it depends on what kind of boat you have too, right?
For sure.
Happy Hooker doesn't work for like a speedboat.
Right.
But a fishing boat, it makes sense. Like are you Googling boat names? You
I
can't
am.
Google boat names. You got to pick your own.
I'm just looking for some inspiration.
Inspiration. What do you got? What's your reward? What's your boat name? Oh, Sandra. That's a nice. I like it. Sandra said the Codfather.
Yeah, I actually just came across somebody that said the Codfather here. The Codfather.
Daisy said she would name hers Hey Jude. That I like that. Hey Jude.
Nice. Yep.
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 The little play
like
on the song as well as Judy. Well, Hey Jude. I like it.
There's a few funny ones on here. She got the house.
She got the house. I'm not naming mine that one.
Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce. I think I'd have to call mine something like The Kids Finally Left.
There's one on here called Kids Inheritance.
Yeah, the kids are gone. There's
this one too.
Yeah, we oh yeah, say that one.
There's one called Ship Happens.
Yeah, you had to make sure you
Gotta pop that P.
that P. Sandra said Walking on Water. I like that one. It's a good one.
Nice. Like it.
YouTube, where you at? YouTube, what would you name your boat?
I can't say this one out loud.
Yeah, don't say that one. There's some people out here. See, I feel like you probably don't have to get your boat name approved if you can just put names like that on the back of your boat.
I'm gonna guess you're allowed to just call it whatever you want.
I guess there's no approval process, and nobody, like, maybe none of our people have ever owned a boat or own a boat. Like, do you, Caleb? Do you know, Jackson? Do you have to submit? Are you Googling over there?
I mean, my dad owns a boat, but I don't think it has a name. I think it's just.
How do you own a boat with no name?
Boat.
Is this allowed?
No, it's just
The authorities that be allow that?
I don't think you have to name your boat. You just have to have a number on it.
Do you name your car?
No.
Yeah, I've never named my
No.
car either.
No.
DeMarcus, you do? What's your car's name? Flo.
Flo.
Why?
It's from Florida.
Oh, so it's like FLO? Flo from Florida. You could name your boat that. You could call it the Floater. Do we have a Hey! All right. Let's move on to this next question.
Hit us with it, Caleb.
Question number two on the chat is, Caleb,
What would your life theme song be?
What would your life theme song be?
who like the life? Oh, we ended up going with the life.
Life, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Which is it's a hard question. And honestly, Caleb brought this question up way earlier today, like hours ago, and I still have no idea.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know enough music. Like I'm just not I don't listen to songs very often, to music very often. Let me think.
Ada says circus music.
Circus music.
Love it.
What would your life theme song be?
If this one's a little too hard to grasp, we have some alternatives to this question.
Marty said no Scrubs.
Have you heard the Weezer version of No Scrubs?
I don't think so.
It's fantastic.
I like that.
Yeah.
What would be your life theme song?
If we want everybody to be able to participate. So if this question is for me, it's just too hard to grasp. Life is very complex. It's years and years and years. Like I can't pin it down. But if that's too broad, like another question we thought of is, if you were a fighter, like UFC fighter, what would your walkout song be?
Okay. All right. Do you have that one?
I have a couple for that.
Yeah.
So there's and to me, all I can think of is like really rowdy, like metal. Like,
Yeah.
So, Living Sacrifice has a song called "Reject," and I like that. It's like dun 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 dun. It's just a great song. And then Zayo has a song called "5-Year Winter," and like at the end of the song, it just says "burn it down and walk away," and it's like really crazy and like screaming, and I'm like, yes, like that would get me jacked and maybe scare people.
Yeah, I like it. What would my theme song be? Ada said Love Weezer, the Rocky song.
Rocky.
Walkout song, man. Jesus Loves You.
Man, coming hard with the
coming in
Jesus
hard.
juke.
They're like, oh man. Now let's see. There's when you said like burn it down and walk away or something, it reminded me of there's a song, I can't think of the name of it. Marty, if you're on here, you probably know. Because it was like for some reason we were in Iraq when Marty and I were in Iraq, and like we had just started we were dating, right? Dating in Iraq, hanging out.
And you weren't supposed to be, is that right?
We weren't supposed to be. But
And that makes the story fun.
Blue
I like that.
October came out with an album while we were there. Are you reserving judgment right here? Is that what you're doing? But there's a song that's like Ride Home, maybe. I think it's maybe the name of it. She's My Ride Home. But it in one of the lines it's like pour gasoline. Basically like drive away, watch the city burn.
Yeah.
Watch this city burn. That's what it made me think of. Maybe something from the Blue October album, but it's probably not very scary. It's just it's reminiscent for me.
Yeah.
POD Alive, Sandra says.
All right. Yeah.
I like that one. Daisy said Bittersweet Symphony by the Verve.
Oh, that's a good jam.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That song always gets me because there's like a lot of like kind of music industry stuff going on because they got sued for using a sample that wasn't theirs, and then basically the band lost all the royalties to that song. Yeah.
Leo over on YouTube said Holy Diver Kill Switch Engaged.
I don't think I've heard Kill Switch Engaged Holy Diver. Is it a cover of Dio?
Don't look at me. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Leo, is that a cover like because Dio was Dio was the original artist, right, of Holy Diver? Anybody? No.
Is Holy Diver the name?
Nobody in this room knows.
Holy Diver's the song name.
Yeah.
Kill Switch Engaged is the band.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, things I don't know.
Ani Rude says, "Wake me up when September ends."
Is that the name of the song?
Is COVID going to be done by the end of September?
If not, we could definitely play that.
If that's the case, then I think Ani Rude, that is all of our theme songs. Right
Yeah. I don't know. I guess, if you want to be super controversial, if you get into what that pastor that's been having the vision says, like September is a pretty big month.
Well, I don't even want to go there, man. Jose says he was supposed to see Kill Switch in March, but we'll wake you up when September ends, and maybe
Leo said it is a cover.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cover. We'll have to listen to it. We'll have to check it out. I wonder if we played it right now, if YouTube would probably kick us off.
Probably.
They like to do that. We'll check it out. I want to hear it.
I like Holy Diver. I mean, that's like solid classic rock right there. Holy Diver, like the original.
Sing some of it. I don't know what it is.
No.
Come on.
No, because it's like real. All right, it's real like falsetto. It's like Holy Diver, you went down to the depths of the midnight sea. Yeah.
Keep going.
No.
That kind of reminded me of Jack Black when he's like
Yeah. Well,
in his band.
I would say like Jack Black in School of Rock.
Yeah.
Like Dio would be one of the bands that that character would listen to. In his record collection, there were Dio albums, no doubt.
Yeah. That I'm just gonna put this out there. That was a great movie.
It was. Oh, I love it.
I love it.
I have had the joy of, sharing that with my kids, that and Nacho Libre. Like,
Yeah.
I love Nacho.
That comes up a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love me some Nacho.
I don't know. I don't know if my kids have seen Nacho Libre.
Oh, it's time.
I will say that I shared. Jaden and I watched. I think last weekend we watched a classic,
Yeah.
Rad.
Yes.
Rad.
I showed
the movie.
Rad to my. We
It
watched.
came out. They just dropped it 4K.
Yeah.
On
Oh.
I think on Apple TV you
I
can
saw
buy
that.
it.
Yeah. No, like when I watched it,
It's
it was
Apple
like
or Amazon, one of them.
some like bootleg YouTube.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but I'd shown it to him. I think a little bit before, but not the whole thing. But I bought the 4K version and we watched it. Have you guys seen Rad? Young bucks out here missing out.
Ada says Encarnacion from Nacho. Encarnacion.
Go. Oh yes, theme songs. Anybody else?
I think this
Daisy
kombucha is
said,
loosening
"Sing it."
me up.
Right. Yeah, it is. Yours is a little more fermented than normal.
Oh man,
this. I'm with it. Keep going. Keep
All right,
going.
Let's we're gonna run out of time. Let's move on to.
I finished the topo with Mio. That was
Finish
good.
it. Nice.
yeah.
We wanted to kind of let you guys know what's coming up for the Arsenal, kind of just like sermon-wise on Sundays. So we have this new sermon series that we're kicking off this Sunday. We just finished one called Best Summer Ever, and just like things that you can apply of the gospel to your life. And if we make these like small faith changes, like that we could remember this as our best summer ever. But we're moving into kind of a different mode where we're looking at stories of the Bible, and we're starting this new thing called Perspectives. And so every week we're going to look, so right now we're going to look at a story from the Bible, and every week we're going to look at it from a different perspective. So this week we're going to start our first round of perspectives, and we're going to look at the story of the paralytic man who was like lowered through the roof of and where Jesus was speaking. And so we're going to kind of take a look at that from first. Well, I don't know the order that we're doing it. I think first from the Pharisees, because there were Pharisees and scribes like all in this place. So first from their point of view, and then from like the paralytic man's point of view, and then finally from Jesus' point of view. So we're going to,
I think we even said, I think we're going to do 4 weeks. So it was Pharisees, either paralytic man or friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then vice versa. So like Pharisees, friends of the paralytic man.
Right.
The paralytic man.
Right.
And then Jesus.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting. Like we've talked about this for a long time. Like we want this to be a series of talks that we kind of go back to as as the Arsenal, where we take a story and we look at all perspectives of essentially the characters in the story.
Right. Because a lot of times we look at Bible stories and we really latch onto one character, and it gets very singular, right? But we have a lot to learn from everyone's perspective, and that's something that, like, we can learn something every week. We'll learn a different thing, but also if it can be a life change where we become more like we have more empathy in our lives, and we begin to see, like, hopefully the overarching theme of our Perspectives sermon series, because we'll do it again. Like in the future, we'll pick another story and we'll go through the perspectives. But hopefully the overarching theme will be like increasing empathy, and it helps us to see things and understand things from other people's perspectives. Because that would really solve at least half of the world's problems right there if we became...
I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a fun series.
Yeah. You're kicking it off this week.
I am. Yeah, and I'm kicking it off, and I am actually kicking it off with the Pharisees' perspective of this healing that happened where the paralytic man is lowered through the roof.
Yeah. And a lot of times we look at Bible stories with Pharisees and we just see the bad guys, right? And it's like, well, that's and a real hard time seeing ourselves in there, or we just don't want to see ourselves in there.
Right.
But there's a lot of progress I think that we can make if we can like empathize with them a little bit and understand where they're coming from, and then we can see like, oh, like maybe I do have some of that in me.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully, I think it's gonna be a fun series. I think it'll be. I don't know. I think it's gonna be good. So we'll see what happens. We'll start with the Pharisees and work our way in. Yeah. Basically, I feel like it's like we're working our way into the circle, right?
Yeah.
Down to the point where Christ is and what he's doing.
And the thing with the Pharisees is they were always looking for like fault in other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you have to do when you're
Always.
when you're just bound by religion. And so with that in mind, we're going to throw out one more question.
Yep.
That's kind of in line with that like Pharisee mindset. So Caleb, hit us with it.
Have you ever perceived something of someone and then been wrong?
Yeah. So have you ever like made a judgment about somebody and then it was like nope, like you were just wrong, you know? Or
Nope.
even called somebody out like for something and totally misread the situation. I remember being on the receiving end of that when I was like college age. Like I got accused of something that was like really bad. And I was like, I just didn't know. Like I was just like in this whirlwind, like what is even going on? And so like literally at one point I was like surrounded by like 5 pastors and they're all just like and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And it like made them more mad, you know? And man, it was horrible. Like it's horrible to be on that end of things.
Well, that's an interesting twist on the question too. Like, have you ever perceived something of someone and been wrong? Or has somebody else ever perceived something of you and been wrong?
Yeah. And I'm sure I have, but I'm sure I have perceived things in an incorrect way, but that's a harder thing to answer.
Yeah.
that's a, you know.
I would say like for sure I've perceived things of other people and been wrong. Like absolutely. I think
examples would help us like dig into that a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. If we want to get, you know what? This is the Arsenal. This is the chat. Let's just get real.
Do it.
Let's go in. Let's get real. Growing up and even into my early adulthood, and Marty will tell you in conversations that I had, like, I just thought anybody that was in the LGBTQ community was just they just wanted to sin. Like that's what they wanted to do. They were like, they just chose to just diss God and just sin. And now some incredible people in our lives that are in the LGBTQ community. Like, nah, that's not it. That's not like they're there. And that's a broad stroke, right? But
right.
Like very specific people I can think of in our lives that are like, no, like
amazing.
This person's amazing. And and like my perception was wrong 100%.
Right. And I think, we've talked about this before, how because when you're able to move past that, when you can move past seeing somebody, when you begin to see somebody for more than just sexual orientation, like when you see somebody for who they are, and there's so much more to a person, what I found is like, there are some lovely people who I have been avoiding.
Yeah.
And like and not only is that like negative towards them because like, well, you feel shunned by me. Like, no, I was robbing myself of the joy of that friendship. Big time.
Yeah.
Like, and I think about like so many people who attend the Arsenal. I like so many. Like I could rattle off several names right now, and I'm like, you are just wonderful. You know what I mean? And I robbed myself of that, and
so true. When we were talking about the Arsenal, like when we were going to have a meeting and we were kind of like vision casting for the Arsenal recently, you made a statement, and I'm trying to remember what you said about, I forget the beginning part of it, but you said something about like robbing the church of the gift that is that person.
Yeah.
But it was something along the lines of like, so in this, it would be like our misperceptions of people keep us at an arm's length. Like you said, you had robbed yourself of that relationship.
Yeah, because we marginalize.
Like, even in the church, like we marginalize people and we rob ourselves the gift of Christ in and through that person.
Yeah.
That is specifically Christ in and through that person that is very unique. And
yeah, and now that I've had the experience of knowing people in that community, you can't tell me that Christ is not working in and through that person.
yeah.
I can't. Like I've seen. I mean, that's like telling me Topo Chico with Black Cherry Mio tastes just like Dr. Pepper. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I've
it's good, but it's not
Yeah. Like
exact.
I've tasted this. I know this. I've been here. Like I see the fruit, the evidence.
Matt said, I've been mistaken, but never wrong. Chris Cantoya said both situations, both been misperceived as well as has perceived people wrongly. Myra said, I didn't like Jose the first time I met him. I thought he was a jerk. Ada, absolutely. I still think about the LGBTQ community, and I check myself. It's not my job to stay in my own lane. My job is to love people, not judge. I don't really know what God will do, so I stay in my own lane, just loving people, all of them.
Daisy has, to me, this is like a mind-blowing comment here.
Yeah.
How you thought of the LGBT community is how I thought about the church. If it wasn't for Judy being so open about going to the Arsenal, I would have never gone on my own.
So true. I mean, I could just... And which, valid.
Totally valid. Totally valid feeling.
And I can step back, and here's Rob and I've had this conversation a lot. Like you said, like you can tell me Mio and Topo Chico taste just like Dr. Pepper. Now that I've had it, you can't convince me
right
that I'm wrong. Like when I say no, it doesn't. And it's the same thing. Like now that we have met people and spent time with people and invest they have invested time
now
with
that
like,
I know Daisy and Judy.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. No convincing me otherwise. Yeah. And people will try and they get really frustrated. And Rob's I get frustrated. Rob tries to calm me down, but I'm just like, you can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Like
and it's important to understand like where did we come from? You know, like you were there. Could anybody have said anything to you 15 years ago?
Yeah.
You know, no.
And they tried. Like Marty tried. Marty was like, you're dumb.
Chris Cantoya said, someone who was my greatest source of negativity last year ended up being my greatest source of positivity this year, indirectly. And it sounds like, I mean, I'm reading into it a little bit. It sounds like there was maybe like a perception shift for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe something happened, but also you can do that. You can, like, by, taking a shift on perspective, you can definitely turn those like negative influences into positive.
For sure. And that's what we do, right? We 100% do that in a lot of areas. Daisy, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
And also thanks for Judy for bringing her to the Arsenal. Yeah. Because we love you guys. So.
And we have so many stories like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, 16 years or whatever it was practicing Buddhism and walks into our church.
Yeah.
We have that.
Yeah.
People who have been asked to leave a church walk into our doors. People have just been marginalized in other churches because they don't look a certain way walking in our doors. And that's, to me, that is the Arsenal. That's right. What we do here is like, if you've been marginalized or rejected, like, dude, and even like, and here's the thing that we really get stuck on the question of like, well, what is and what isn't a sin? Well, dude, like Jesus ate with and welcomed sinners. So even the idea of saying like, well, technically you look at the Bible, and if we want to define whatever it is as sin, like that is not grounds for rejection.
Yeah.
That's not grounds for marginalization. It's actually grounds for embracing people.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus did.
That's the point.
That's
right?
what Jesus
Yeah.
did. So like that's not our debate right now, but that's not grounds for rejection.
Yeah.
It's just not. And that's what it's become. And really that comes from one verse in the Bible that's way taken out of context.
Yeah. And
A verse that if we apply that verse the way that people use it, we're all out of the church.
everybody.
Every single one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of the point of grace, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the point of Romans 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Like, oh, hey, by the way, without this,
well,
we're all out.
What's happened is because the Bible at some point was broken into chapters. It wasn't originally. It's a letter.
Yeah.
What has happened is we go, hey, let's study Romans chapter 1. And when you study Romans chapter 1 without the context of chapter 2, what happens is you become an arrogant Christian. And then when you study chapter 2 without the context of chapter 3, you become a hopeless Christian. And when you study chapter 3 and you understand that chapters 1 and 2 were leading to this context, and when Paul writes, but now, like it's all of this is leading up to this moment in chapter 3, the middle of chapter 3, he says, but now.
Yeah.
And then he presents the gospel, but now Jesus has come. That's it. And that's what we have in the world today is like
Rob, you better preach.
Very proud, judgmental Christians and a lot of hopeless Christians.
Yeah.
Because chapter 1 in Romans will lead you to be a proud Christian without the context. Because right when you hit chapter 2, it's like it talks about all of these like sinful, like there's sinful people, but you Romans, man, your faith is known all over the world. And then you hit chapter 2 and it's like, but you. And he's talking to the Romans who their faith is known all over the world. He goes, you're in the same boat as them.
Yeah.
Like the people who in the past had felt God's wrath because they were just gone. I mean, people who were just killing and fighting and hating and just full of like whatever you could think of. You're in the same boat as them.
Yeah.
That's chapter 2. So that's where you get the hopeless Christian and the judgmental Christian. And then in chapter 3, it's like, but the righteousness of God has appeared for all who believe.
Come on.
The righteousness of God for all who believe.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Like, yeah, dude, people are in different places in their performance or their morals, but we're all hopeless. Nobody's righteous by their actions, but the righteousness of God has appeared for all who believe. That's gospel.
That's the gospel. The gospel. Clap it up. Jose said, preach, brother. Yeah, Rob, preach. Judy said, can't get rid of us now. And we don't want, I'll tell you like I tell Maddie. I've always told Maddie, if she tries to leave me, she just better be ready because I'm packing a bag and following her wherever she goes. So same with you, Judy.
That's a good move.
If you guys try, we're chasing you down. So there's no getting rid of you. We don't want to. Jose said, I wonder if Topo Chico will ever find out that they are inspiring spiritual wisdom. We'll send this to him. Maybe we'll tag him.
Tag Topo, right?
Anirudh said, first time when I visited your page initially, I liked the prayers that you do. I liked both the singers. But you guys are so cool. I can always connect with your thoughts. Man, thanks.
We're better than the band.
Yeah, much
That's what
better.
I hear.
Much better. Except for that girl singer in the band.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
she's
it's probably those other
she's
people
awesome.
dragging her down.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No,
Marcus
our
said, speaking
band's
straight
rad, yeah.
facts today. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Man. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be fun. This series on perspectives. This kind of gives you an idea of like, as we step into this, like what the breakdown is going to look like and what we're going to get to talk about.
I think we're going to be open to like
so much,
like for us personally.
Yeah. And I think like for me, like I'm starting with the Pharisees. And I think it's going to be a tough one for me to try to like, what I'm trying to tell myself is like, don't look at the Pharisees as, like you said earlier, as just the bad guys. Like what, because that's what I do. Like I've been hurt by religious elite, right? religious moral elite.
Right.
Like, I've been hurt by that, and
Right.
so my initial reaction is they're just the bad guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been told quite frequently that Reward used to tell me this all the time. Like, he's like, Chad, you're a safe place. You're a safe pastor for people on the fringe.
Mm-hmm.
You're not real safe for people that are like hyper religious.
Yeah.
And I want to be safe for both.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing. Like, how do you be
And-
safe for the fringe and the
And I'll tell you this, like my response to Reward when he said that was, well, Jesus wasn't either. So, like, but he was, like,
Yeah.
when Jesus, I mean, this could be another great story when Jesus is at dinner with the Pharisee and who is it that comes in? The prostitute comes in and washes his feet. I think I've taught on this before, but essentially he's like, hey, you can come sit down. Like, you have a seat at the table as well, Pharisee. Like, she's welcome here. Like, look what she's doing. But you also have, you're the
Yes.
one keeping yourself away from the table.
Right.
I'm not telling you can't sit here. You've decided.
Yeah.
You're
can't-
too good
You
to
just can't
sit.
come in here and tell somebody else they can't
Exactly.
sit here.
Yeah. And so we talked about that with the table when we did the table series. That, like, you can't come in here and say somebody else can't sit at my table. Like, no, it's my table. Like, you're welcome here, but you don't get to decide who can and can't. But Sandra said, I like the guy singer. He's talented and handsome too.
Honestly, dude, that guy is crazy talented. Like, if you guys don't know, Casey's the one who, like, we record our band and he mixes it every week. Like, he does a lot of work, and every week he does like studio engineering, and really I mean,
He's ridiculously talented.
he really is.
Our band is like,
They're all ridiculous. They really are.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm stoked. I was talking last night to Mike Gonzalez, one of our elders, and we're getting ready to. I don't even know if I should put this out there, but we're getting ready to spend a weekend with the band, with a couple of the guys out on Mike's ranch, and write some songs. So we're getting ready to write some New Covenant gospel worship songs, and I am stoked to see what these guys come up with.
Yeah.
Like, they're just crazy talented.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
So, King Casey DeMarcus said,
We gotta go back a second, because remember when we were talking about, you can't tell me that I don't see Christ in this person. I mean, a prime example is Judy, and look at what she just wrote. She said, "It's real hard for me not to care about people's well-being. We are all or have been broken at some point, and my nature is to see that brokenness and help repurpose it for good." If that's not Christ,
you made me cry over here, Judy. I mean, water my beard.
if that is not Jesus
Come on.
in and through a person,
Oh,
I don't know what is.
Yeah. Nope.
If that's not Jesus in and through a person, I give up,
Yeah.
because I don't know,
I don't know. Yeah.
because I know nothing now.
Nope.
Because nothing makes any sense anymore.
Absolutely. Ada said my bestie, who's I think atheist, resonated with your Umbrella of Grace sermon. I wanted to talk more about it with you. I told her to email you.
Yeah,
Umbrella of Grace. Did I teach that or you?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I know. We've talked about, like, you stand in grace. I think this last week I talked about this is your spiritual location. You stand in this, and you might have done an umbrella of grace
A while back, probably.
Yeah,
Makes sense. But
but we talk about that a lot.
yeah. I could see that being something we would talk about. But man, I love it. I'm super excited about this Perspectives talk. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be eye-opening. And like you said earlier, like, it makes us see things and be empathetic in a way that, as Judy just said, we can see the brokenness and help.
Yeah.
Really.
You know, Judy, and a while back we were.
Environment of Grace 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I guess that was me.
I think that was you.
Yeah.
Judy, a while ago, we were at the church, and I think she was helping us. She was putting in the floor for us.
She wasn't helping
And
us.
And we were kind of asking about her experience, like, and you always expect, like, when people are hurt by the church, you expect like a little bit of just like bitterness. And as she shared her story, like, there was nothing but grace.
No, we were all tearing up
for people who had been hurtful, you
Yeah.
know. And she's like, "Oh, I understand, like, where they're coming." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, mind blowing. I mean, just
mind blowing,
heart blowing. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Here we go.
I really enjoyed this chat.
It was fun.
I mean, all the way from like,
I've moved on to the kombucha. I haven't even opened up the Dr. Pepper.
Look at that.
Look how proud you should be proud of me.
you're going to be regular, and you have good energy.
Let's go.
You're
Maybe it was
regular
the
with
energy that like I haven't even eaten lunch yet.
You had no food, but we just pumped in some like taurine and guarana and ginseng
Blah, blah.
and caffeine
All right.
and B vitamins. Mio.
Oh yeah, that was Ada was talking about the kids out in the field playing, changing your environment.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was good.
That was fun. I think Rob is gonna go drink 8 of those drinks. No, Rob knows better.
Jose warned me of the after effects.
Yeah,
there.
we're not going that route. Oh, it's Taco Wednesday. Get home, Taco Wednesday. What happened to Tuesday?
Tacos every day.
I'm good. That kombucha is gonna open you up like a good book.
This guy.
All right. Well, cheers to that.
We need to have Jose call in sometime soon, or like just come on up.
I think
Come on up and sit in.
The only worry I have about that is there's no delay on the phone call, and so
What's said is said.
what's said is said.
This
No, I'm
is
just
live.
kidding. Yeah, this is the Arsenal. You can go.
Unedited.
Let's go live. Jose, that would be fun. Let's do it. But all right, we've been on here for over an hour.
Good time today.
Fun stuff. We appreciate you.
Shout out to our producers,
Shout out to our production team. They
Caleb
are
and DeMarcus,
killing it.
killing it.
Killing it in the
They
background.
really, honestly, they make it so much more fun.
Oh yeah, because I don't have to worry about like hitting
Yeah.
stuff, and you're not. Yeah, this is. We can just focus.
They're adding to, making it fun.
He said, "I'm not as sketchy as I come off." Brittany, where you been? Brittany just showing up.
What?
Good morning, Brittany.
There were no digs at Brittany today either. I'll just
No,
throw that
none.
out.
Yeah.
0.
Ada said, but she wants to leave God out of it. I don't know what to say. Yeah, let's talk. All right, let's chat. I'd love to. I think it'd be fun. So, all right, that's it. Come back Sunday,
Love you guys.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
We're starting the Perspectives
Perspectives.
series. I think it's going to be a blast. We love you. We will see you Sunday, and then definitely see you back here for the chat. Thanks for chatting with us. Go love well. It's who you were made to be.
We're out.